This is why I think the Yankees is going to win the stake for Yamamoto. Brian Cashman, for years, has been interested in Japanese pitchers. He's struck out on quite a few of them. The Yankees were interested in Yu Darvish, too. And Yu Darvish has been a successful pitcher in the major leagues. The Yankees, they struck out on Shohei Ohtani. Shohei Ohtani is the best player in baseball. And the Yankees have been watching Yamamoto for the last 3 years. They have been in depth on figuring out when this guy is going to become available. And finally, when Yamamoto was going to be up for grabs, the Yankees were licking their lips. The Yankees wanted Yamamoto for years. And I'm not saying other teams weren't interested in Yamamoto, but the Yankees have been there. They've been in Japan for the last 3 years scouting this kid. I cannot see the Yankees losing Yamamoto to the Dodgers. They both don't like each other. For years, everybody's been wanting to see the Dodgers and the Yankees play in the World Series. It has not happened. But what the Dodgers are doing, adding the talent that they're adding with Shohei Ohtani, Glasnow, there are stories that Blake Snell and Hader and could go over there. They're not even bringing Yamamoto's name up. Now, I know the Mets and Steve Cohen have flown over there to Japan quite a few times to meet the family, to watch this kid play. He's a fantastic talent. We don't know if he could pitch in the majors. We don't know if he could be the dominant force that he's been in Japan. Some of these Japanese pitchers, they come here, they pitch very well for 1 year, and they completely fall off. And we've seen some pitchers just figure it out. The baseballs in Japan are a lot smaller than they are in the major leagues. And Shohei Ohtani, when he came into the league, he was complaining about the balls. And it took him about 2 years to figure out how he could throw his dominant pitches and actually grip the ball the way he gripped it in Japan. I cannot see the Yankees failing on Yamamoto. And if they do, it's going to be another thing that you're going to put on that list for Brian Cashman that he has failed to do. And that's bring in a pitcher of that kind of talent, could be a game changer, and failed to do that. The Yankees have never been a team to fail on bringing in a player they wanted. For years, if the Yankees wanted him, they got him. George Steinbrenner would never let anybody outbid him. There were a ton of teams interested in Hideki Matsui. The Yankees got to him quick because Jason Giambi played for Team USA against Japan when the World Baseball Classics first started. And what did the Yankees do? They had Jason Giambi befriend a guy like Matsui, talk Matsui into signing with the New York Yankees. And Matsui was the reason why the Yankees won in 2009 against the Philadelphia Phillies. He was the MVP of the World Series. And you wonder where Yamamoto is going to go. But if these stories are true, these are the two favorites of getting him, the Dodgers and the Yankees. I cannot see the Dodgers outbidding the Yankees to get Yamamoto.
This 10-year report also only comes recently after meeting with the Dodgers. Leaves you to believe that the Dodgers incentivize that kind of thing to maybe fire up the market for somebody else, too. And being that they deviated Ohtani's money, they have leeway to take the risk of going for a 10-year deal if that's what Yamamoto is going to want. Now, we heard 7 years and $250 in the past. We heard 10 years, now $300. And I think it's going to inflict a bidding war, especially when you look at rival teams, too. Because the Yankees and the Red Sox were two of the favorites for a while. The Dodgers and the Giants were two of the favorites for a while. The Mets are always going to be in the mix, too. And those teams are going to fight amongst each other. Steve Cohen and the Yankees have a good relationship, so maybe not as much them, but the Red Sox definitely are still going to fight with the Yankees because they need pitching badly, and they don't have a lot of big contracts where they can have the leeway to give them a 10-year deal if they want to take that
I think the Red Sox are completely out. The Mets could sneak in. If Steve Cohen decides, I'm going to give you $400 million, come pitch for the Mets. I could see Steve Cohen doing that. He's spent over $1.4 billion. He's actually paying players that are not even part of the team anymore because Steve Cohen doesn't care about money. Do I think that's possible? I don't. I think Yamamoto could get close to $300 million. I think the Dodgers will offer him that. I think the Yankees are definitely going to offer him that. They don't want to lose him to the Dodgers. Yamamoto and his agent said that he wants to be signed before Christmas. I believe that next week Yamamoto will sign with another team. He's going to provide a number one starter. He is that good. If he goes to the Yankees, he's the number two guy. He could even be the number three if Carlos Rodon actually pitches very well. They don't want to put a lot of pressure on the kid. I don't think the Dodgers are going to put a lot of pressure on this kid either because they have Clayton Kershaw there. They have great pitching over there. They're going to be good for many, many years to come. So the more additional players that they add, Glasnow, it's not going to hurt them in the future because they have a great farm system that they could bring up some of these younger players a little bit slower now and not have to rest on the talent that they have in their farm system.
And they have a fantastic analytics department, too, hence why they're able to rebirth all these young pitchers.
That's why Friedman's there.
I don't know if they're going to get Snell. I think Snell's a free agent that's going to want one more big contract.
He's going to the Mets.
I also see that being a move for the Giants, too, because he's from that Pacific Northwest area. But I do think the Dodgers are going to trade for pitchers in quantity, helping out Ohtani so they don't have to wear him out.